Hey guys, and get ready for an awesome video based on the word ain't. So get ready, sit back, get some popcorn, a paper, and a pen, and get ready to learn. Let's begin.
Yo, what's up guys? It's the Naked Teacher here, reporting live from Novosibirsk and broadcasting throughout the world on YouTube. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing very good because I'm feeling awesome. This is my first video in a very long time, but my first video ever as a new character, the Naked Teacher. As the Naked Teacher, I'm going to teach you things with way more detail. And the best part about the Naked Teacher will be a whiteboard. I now have a whiteboard, which means I don't have to edit on my computer much, and that makes me very, very happy. I will be able to release so much content so fast with so much detail. You guys are going to learn so much, mostly thanks to this whiteboard. Thank you, whiteboard. You're awesome. So let's get into it. What are we going to learn about today? And it's hot as hell in here. We are going to learn about the word ain't. Now, the first thing you need to know is that the word ain't is slang. It is slang. That means you don't want to write it or you don't want to use it in any professional setting. So that's like if you're trying to get a job, you don't want to say, I ain't a lazy worker. If you are doing homework, you don't want to use it on your essay, anything like that, your CV, whatever. You don't want to use the word ain't on any sort of professional paper, and you probably shouldn't even verbalize it in any professional setting, okay? But it's very commonly used with people, so when I say something slang, that doesn't mean it's, yo, my nigga, what's good? No, that is Ebonics. We're not talking about Ebonics. I don't think I would even teach you Ebonics. That's not for most of the people watching my videos. But slang is commonly spoken throughout the country of America, because I teach American English. So I'll be teaching our slang, and this one is common all across all racial backgrounds, black, white, Asian, whatever. Ain't is very common, and it's slang, so that's why I'm teaching this to you, because it crosses all racial boundaries and blah, 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 okay? So let's get to it. What does ain't mean? Well, ain't is basically a way to make things negative. So look at this. Ain't has about 8 different ones. Ain't can replace is not, am not, did not, are not, has not, have not, had not, there is no, oh, and will not. That's 9, excuse me. Will not, okay? So let me give an example sentence with a few. And then after, I'm going to go over all and teach you how to use the word ain't in all 12 of them. That is amazing. I couldn't do that before, but now that I have a whiteboard, I can do that. So let's get to it. Is not. So for example, somebody can say, the Naked Teacher is a good teacher. Someone could say the Naked Teacher is a good teacher. But if someone didn't agree and wanted to use the word ain't, they would have to say, the Naked Teacher ain't a good teacher. He ain't a good teacher. He's terrible. He's the worst. And he's ugly. They could say all that. But most importantly, they could say, he ain't a good teacher. Another example, I can say, I am not a woman. I am not a woman. If I wanted to use ain't, I could say, I ain't a woman. I'm a man, a normal man. Well, not trying to offend anybody. Let's go for another one. Did not. Something I did not do. I did not learn Russian yet. I did not learn Russian. I ain't learned Russian. It's that simple, you see? It can replace all 9 of these, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it with all 12 tenses, okay? So let's go. This is going to be the most interesting thing I've ever done. Okay, and of course, at any time I step out of the way, you could take a screenshot, which is like with your computer, and you can get all this here, so maybe later you can practice to see if you got it down correctly, okay? So you can take a picture, and now you should have it, okay? So let's go to the first one. And this tense is present simple. And the sentence is, I do not kiss boys. That's the negative of it. But positive, it would be, I kiss boys, okay? Not me, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm teaching, so I'm using this. It would be I kiss boys. But here, it's I do not kiss boys. Can we use ain't there? No. With this tense, we actually cannot use ain't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross it out. With present simple, we cannot use ain't. It doesn't work with that tense, okay? But look, we have 11 more. Let's see if we can use it with any of these, okay? Let me grab my little eraser. All right, next one. Past simple, okay? I did not hug a girl. I did not hug a girl, okay? How will we say this? Can we use ain't? And guess what? We absolutely can. We would say, I ain't hug a girl. I ain't hug a girl. Very, very simple. I ain't hug a girl. I ain't hug a girl. That works perfectly. That means it did not happen. I did not do it. In the past, it just didn't exist. Very simple, okay? I ain't hug a girl. I should keep this closer, maybe in my pocket or something so I go. All right, next is I will not kiss her. So maybe there's a boy who wants to kiss a girl, but he finds out, you know, she has a boyfriend. So now he's like, oh, I will not kiss her. I will not kiss her. This is future simple, okay? Future simple. And the negative, it is I will not kiss her. Positive is I will kiss her. But can we use ain't here? How would we use ain't? Will not, is not, boom, will not. But it isn't just ain't, it's ain't gonna. So how would we say this? I will not kiss her. We would say I ain't gonna kiss her. Perfect. I ain't gonna kiss her. That's simple. Hopefully I can fit all that here. Let me try. I ain't gonna kiss her. I ain't gonna kiss her. Just like that. I ain't gonna kiss her. Let me write this over here. So that means in the future you will not kiss her. I ain't gonna kiss her. Simple. Now let's get to present continuous, which, you know, something that's happening now and continuing, blah, 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 you know, it keeps going. So, for example, she is not digging him. She's not digging him. And just in case you don't know what the verb to dig means, that's slang for liking somebody. So if you find somebody attractive, smart, cool, and you know you're sexually into them, which means you sexually like them, that basically means you are digging them. So this sentence is, she is not digging him. How will we use ain't there? Well, let's see. Oh, the first one is not and doesn't work. Does it work? Yes. She ain't digging him. She ain't digging him. Simple. Prosta, as Russian people say. Let's get to the next one. And the next one is past continuous. Something that happened in the past and then was continuing for some time. Past continuous. And here we have, he was not touching her. He was not touching her. You know, touch is like to make contact. He was not touching her. Can we do that one with ain't? Can we replace this with ain't? Let's see. Is not, am not, did not, are not, has not, have not, had not, there is no, will not. I do not see was not. So let me say this to myself, replacing was not with ain't, and let me see if it makes sense. He ain't touching her. No, that doesn't sound like past continuous. So with this one, you cannot use at all ain't. So far we have with two, you can't use ain't with. We have two tenses, present simple and past continuous. You cannot use ain't with them. But don't worry, we have a whole lot more to go through. Don't worry, there's a lot more. So let's continue, okay? Let's go to future continuous. Future continuous. They will not be laughing. Positive would be they will be laughing. But for now, we think they will not be laughing. Can we do this one? Yes. How would we say this? Guess. How would we say this? You can use ain't there. How would we say it? Let's see if you can guess it. Well, just in case you haven't, I'm going to put it anyway. They ain't gonna be laughing. They ain't gonna be laughing once they find out she's pregnant. They ain't gonna be laughing anymore. You can say it just like that. But remember, will not is always ain't gonna. You have to. You have to put ain't gonna whenever it's will not. You can never just put ain't, because they ain't be laughing. No, you don't want to say that. That's too much, okay? Now, let's get to, I'm sweating and everything. Let's get to present perfect. She has not kissed a boy. She has not kissed a boy. Maybe she just likes playing video games or doing her nails or something. She has not kissed a boy. Can we do this one? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, right there. Simple. How will we say this one? And let me stop using my hand in that thing. It would be simple. She ain't kissed a boy. My handwriting is terrible. She ain't kissed a boy, right? We can take that. But to be honest with this one will rarely ever be said because it sounds very weird considering that the verb form is in the past. So most people would probably just say she ain't kiss a boy. But that makes it a different tense. But if you really want to use this tense, if you really want to use present perfect, you can actually say she ain't kissed a boy. You can say it, but in slang, we rarely use that tense with the word ain't, but it does work. It works. The naked teacher says it works in slang. People sometimes think there's no rules in slang. You can say whatever you want. That is not true. You know, and I can give many examples for this. Like, I always talk about my ex-wife. Like, sometimes she would argue with other girls, and she would say things like insults in slang, but she'll use improper grammar, so it would make her sound funny. So trust me, there are some rules with it, okay? So let's get to the next one. This one is past perfect. Past perfect. We had not cuddled. Do you guys know what cuddling is? Cuddling is like when you're in bed or like you're on the couch and you know you're with a person and you're holding each other. That's cuddling. In Russian, I think it's przyjamatsa and obнимashki, whatever. You know, you're sitting there cuddling with each other. We had not cuddled. Can we do this one? Come on, you tell me. The information's right there. And what's the answer? Yes, absolutely we can. I don't know why I wasn't doing this before. We ain't cuddled. We ain't cuddled. But once again, this is a form rarely used in slang. Most people would just say we ain't cuddle, but you can use we ain't cuddled. But most people when using slang don't care too much for this form of past perfect. You know, they just use past regular, past simple, whatever. You know what I mean? Now to the next one. Future perfect. You will not have dated him. You will not have dated him. So to date, let me explain this too. To date has many different meanings, you know, many different ways to interpret this word, to date, this verb. How I see dating is basically when you spend time with the person that you're sexually involved with. So if I were dating a girl, that doesn't mean we're boyfriend and girlfriend, but it does mean that we spend time together. Maybe sometimes we have some sexual time together. Place, go to a movie, then of course maybe come home and play PlayStation. That is basically dating, but the meaning can be different depending on the region you're in, because some people think dating only means being boyfriend and girlfriend, but in other places it doesn't, so it varies. That meaning varies, okay? So, you will not have dated him. What is this? How will we say this? You will not have dated him? Come on guys, you should know this. What is this? You ain't gonna have dated him. Sorry for laughing so loud. You ain't gonna, but to be honest, you ain't gonna have dated him. This one here is the funniest sounding of them all. Because we rarely ever use the present, past, and future perfect tenses in slang. It's so rare. Because we'll just use simple verb. We'll just use the simple tenses instead, typically when we're speaking slang. But you actually can say, you ain't gonna have dated him. You can, but it's so rare. So remember, with these perfect tenses, it's very rare, but it actually makes sense, okay? It does make sense. So these three are the rarest of all, I believe. These three are rare too. We're going to get to them. But these three, when it comes to slang, are the rarest. And even when people just casually speak and they're not using the word ain't, it's still pretty rare. So let's get to it. Next is present perfect continuous. And this sentence is, We have not been eating. We have not been eating. Okay, so positive would be we have been eating. But how we say this negative? With ain't. We have not been eating. Well, it's simple. We ain't been eating. We ain't been eating. Simple. Next one. I had not been crying today. I had not been crying today. This is past perfect continuous. I had not been crying today. Positive would be I'd been crying today. But negative is I had not been crying today. How would we say this? Come on, you guys got it. You got it. I what? I ain't been crying today. And the last one, but it's not the end of the lesson. The last one is future perfect continuous. They will not have been talking. They will not have been talking. Positive is they will have been talking. But let's say it negative with ain't. Say it out loud. Say, I can't hear you, but say it out loud. Verbalize it. Get your tongue used to speaking English. Come on, say it out loud. Really, say it. Say it! Okay, say it only if you want. But really, say it. It is simple. They ain't have been talking. Oh, what? Ain't gonna have been talking. Oh, almost messed up. Almost messed up. Ain't gonna have been talking. Okay? They ain't gonna have been talking. So there you go. I almost messed up the will not, but I saved myself. They ain't gonna have been talking. And hopefully you guys can see that. They ain't gonna have been talking. Now, remember, I'm gonna tell you one more time. Present perfect, past perfect, future perfect are pretty damn rare. Pretty darn rare when speaking slang. And the same with these three. So, present perfect continuous is kind of rare. Past perfect continuous it's not rare, it's normal. And future perfect continuous is pretty rare too. So the first six are commonly used in general in slang. Maybe not with the word ain't, but they are commonly used. And the other six are pretty rare, basically, okay? So there you go. You got all six. I'll say what they are one more time, just in case you forgot. Present simple, past simple, future simple, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. All right? You guys got it? Now, we're not done yet. There's something else you need to know with the word ain't. There is no. I have a star there because this is really important. Well, how do I explain this? You guys got to understand this right here. Ain't no. Ain't no. So for example, if you want to tell somebody, there is no one I love more than you, or there is no one better than you, anything like that, you can actually say, ain't nobody better than you, ain't nobody I love more than you. All that is very accurate in slang. But what's funny is, I'm going to teach you guys how to use this to defend yourself against a native speaker. Like if you have a native speaking boyfriend of American English, or a native speaking girlfriend who speaks American English, whatever, using this ain't no will help you win an argument. So let's give an example. Let's give an example. I'm going to use some of these to help me, all right? Let's say, this is a girl. Let me give her a name. This is Dasha. And this is Igor. I don't know why they both have Russian names, but whatever. Let's say you have Dasha and Igor, right? So over here we have Dasha and Igor. So let's say Dasha and Igor are arguing. They're arguing, blah, 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 blah. I hate you too. But then Dasha says, but I know you are still in love with your ex-girlfriend. You still love ex-girlfriend. Igor could say, ain't nobody love their ex-girlfriend. Ain't nobody thinking about her. Ain't nobody cheating on you. Ain't nobody is a great way to speak about yourself when you're defending yourself against something. And she can do it too. If Igor says, I know you're going out to parties and you're not actually going to your mother's house like you say. Dasha could say, ain't nobody going out to parties. Ain't nobody partying. I go over my mother's house. Ain't nobody doing nothing bad. So ain't nobody is a great way. So I put ain't no because you can use it with other things too, but ain't nobody is the best. So let me just finish writing nobody. And I know I'm sweating. I know I'm sweating on camera. It is hot in this room. There's no windows in here. Ain't nobody. Once you learn to use ain't nobody with a native speaker, it will help you so much to win arguments. My sister would say that to me all the time. I'm like, did you take money out my room? I had $20. Now I have like 15. Ain't nobody taking money out your goddamn room. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's how my sister was, you know. So ain't nobody is a great term to use. And so we got everything down, and that's basically it, guys. Thanks for watching. I am still here in the Novosibirsk area. If you maybe want to attend a speaking club, contact me on my VK page or my Instagram. All the links are in the description. I should be here in Novosibirsk for the next 2 years, but I am willing to do traveling to other cities, other countries, to maybe do some speaking clubs at some universities or anything of that nature. And of course, I can wear a shirt. This is just for YouTube, but I will wear a shirt. And that's basically it, guys. I don't know what else to say. I have speaking clubs every week. And if you want to get me for a speaking club, just contact me. This is my first video. I keep hitting the microphone. I know people are going to complain about me hitting the microphone. But next time, I'll find something better to do with the microphone. And I'm out.